Okay, so for the distinction part of the assignment, what we're going to do is we're going to look at the actual impact that these strengths and areas of improvement have on our gameplay. Looking at possession, the impact that this has on our game, that yeah, possession is good and yeah, brilliant. We held 58% of the possession, which means we had the disc. The opposition didn't have the disc, so they weren't able to score, which was great. But in situations when we were down in the game, maintaining possession wasn't necessarily a positive because we need to be able to score quickly. So there were times where we needed to transition the disc from defence to offence really quickly. And holding possession for long periods of time didn't benefit us in that way. It helped when we were up, but when we were down, we really need to kind of speed up our play. Looking at the areas of improvement and looking at the kind of negative impact that attacking structure has, by having lots of kind of people in random positions, we weren't necessarily creating space for each other. We were there was no real way that we can get the disc into areas of space, but we also the opposition found it really easy to man mark, and our players were very static and stationary in kind of where they were. So therefore it was easier for the defensive team to mark our players, and we weren't really running into areas of space in which we could actually attack effectively. Okay? And finally, the suggestion for improvement and kind of using the offensive stack in our gameplay and kind of saying, yeah, why we want to do that is, yeah, we talked about creating areas of space, which were good. Okay, and if our teammates know that every time we get the disc, we're going to line up in an offensive stack formation, we create those pockets of space which people can cut into, and we can look to reform and kind of go again from there. So rather than just going kind of horizontally, we can also adapt as we go through. We can play horizontal stacks, and we can also play diagonal stacks as well. So the first one being diagonal and the second one being horizontal. If we're able to kind of incorporate these team tactics and offensive into our play, we're going to become a kind of a more efficient team as we go along.